Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, I have chosen the topic heat from 7th standard science today. As we know, in winter we feel cold inside the house. If we come out in the sun, we feel warm. In summer, we feel hot even inside the house. How do you know whether an object is hot or cold? How do we find out how hot or cold an object is? Now, dear students, let me discuss with you what is hot and cold and what is cold. In our day to day life, we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are ice as cold. Tea and ice is cold. Sam, we have ice cream that's cold. We have fruit juice that's cold. We take tea that's hot, so and so on. We see that some objects are cold while some are hot. You also know that some objects are hotter than others while some are colder than others. How do we decide which object is hotter than the other? We often do it by touching the objects. But is our sense of touch reliable? Let's find out. For that, we'll be performing an activity. Dear students, take three large mugs. Label them as A, B, and C. Put cold water in mug A and hot water in mug B. Make some cold and hot water in mug C. Now dip your left hand in mug A and the right hand in mug B. After keeping the hands in the two mugs for 2 to 3 minutes, put both the hands simultaneously in mug C. Do both the hands get the same feeling? No, that's not. We may feel one mug is hot and the others they are cool. Dear students, now the confusion prevails here that we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide whether an object is hot or cold. Sometimes it may deceive us. Then how do we find out how hot an object really is? A reliable measurement of the hotness of an object is its temperature. Temperature is measured by a device called a thermometer. Now, dear students, you might have seen a thermometer. Recall that when you or someone else in your family had fever, the temperature was measured by a thermometer. The thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer. Hold the thermometer in your hand and examine it carefully. If you do not have a thermometer, request a friend to share it with you. A clinical thermometer looks like the one shown as we find it in the clinics, or you might have been to a doctor where you have find it a clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. If you do not see the mercury thread, rotate the thermometer a bit till you see it. You will also find a scale on the thermometer. The scale we use in the Celsius scale indicated by C, capital C. Reading a thermometer. Dear students, let's learn how to read a thermometer. First, note the temperature difference indicated between the two bigger mugs. Also note down the number of divisions. Suppose the bigger marks are red, 1 degree, and there are 5 divisions between them. Then one small division can read 1 over 5. That's equal to 0.2 degrees Celsius. Wash the thermometer preferably with an antiseptic solution. Hold it firmly and give it a few jerks. The jerks will bring the level of mercury down. Ensure that it falls below 35 degrees centigrade. Now place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take the thermometer out and note the reading. This is your body temperature. The temperature should always be stated with its unit degree centigrade. What do you record as your body temperature? Dear students, the normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees centigrade. Note that the temperature is state with its unit. Now students, we can take one more activity. Measure the body temperature of some of your friends, at least 10. And with a clinical thermometer, you can record your observations. And you may for that you just make a table and record your observations. Dear students, the temperature of every person may not be 37 degree, which is a normal body temperature. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower. Actually, what we call normal temperature is the average body temperature of a large number of healthy persons. The clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of human body only. The temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees centigrade or above 42 degrees centigrade. That's the reason that this thermometer has the range 35 degree centigrade to 42 degree centigrade. Now, laboratory thermometer. Dear students, how do we measure the temperature of other objects? For this purpose, there are other thermometers. One such thermometer is known as the laboratory thermometer. Now, the range of a laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade. Also, as you did in the case of the clinical thermometer, find out how much small division on this thermometer reads. You would need this information to read the thermometer correctly. Dear students, I think this is enough for today. Inshallah, if life persisted by tomorrow, I'll be I'll be discussing this chapter henceforth from here onwards. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Khuda Hafiz, goodbye.